Hey everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday. If you're new to the channel, this is where we talk about some of the new releases, reissues, and represses that came out today on vinyl. And I usually start with a pick of the week, and then you will see a list posted down below in the comments section that kind of has everything running alphabetically. But you'll also notice there's a lot of stuff on there that we don't actually talk about today because the videos tend to run too long when we do that. So I've just cherry picked a pile for you that crosses over a few different genres just to give you a taster of some of the exciting new vinyl that came out today. But you can still see down below with prices. Okay, so let's begin. Pick of the week, fantastic today. This is the stuff that makes me so happy. This is My Morning Jacket. It's MMJ Live Volume 3, Bonnaroo 2004, Return to Thunderdome. This is on ATO, and this, if you don't know, this is my favorite band, and I am so pleased to have this particular live record come out because this was one of the most iconic sets in Bonnaroo and Jacket history, because this was a day where let's see, I'll tell you the exact date. It's June 12th, 2004. So this was recorded on stage at Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival in Manchester, Tennessee on that day, and it captures like I said, one of the most iconic sets in both My Morning Jacket and Bonnaroo history. Now, it's a now legendary performance that really saw the day start out beautifully. They played in the daytime, and they kind of were getting through their set, and then these very dark clouds started coming through. The weather changed completely, and it was an incredible thunderstorm that happened. And anyway, they rose to the occasion. They just kept playing, and there's some like gems on here. They won the crowd over completely, and they have these like really incredible versions of things like One Big Holiday, Dance Floors, Cobra, Steam Engine, all the greats. Anyway, this is a double LP, and it's on this is called the Thunderdome edition, and that we have for you, and it is on kind of Coke bottle, but with this green ghost smoke going through the vinyl. It's beautiful. Anyway, this is a gatefold sleeve too. It has photos inside, and so anyway, the blurb that the label or the band have put out about it says, on a scorching hot summer day in 2004, My Morning Jacket took the stage at Bonnaroo to perform what would become one of the festival's most iconic sets to date. Shortly after taking the stage, ominous dark clouds began to roll in and the skies opened. I'll never forget it, reflected Jim James. We're playing and the sky just rips open and rain starts pouring down. People are losing their minds because they're so happy to be getting soaked. We're playing on stage with no shoes on, and the whole stage is covered in water, and everybody is petrified that we're going to get electrocuted. But it was such a transcendent moment, we just didn't even care. Anyway, that comes through in the performance here. This is actually a pivotal time because in 2004, the guitarist Carl Bromell and the keyboardist Bo Coster had just joined My Morning Jacket like 6 months prior. So this was like a real trial by fire thing. But all those five guys, the magic that culminates when they are together, it really gelled on this stage. And it was like, it's so electric and so great. And again, you might wonder, this band has quite a few live albums out, but it's because they are actually one of the premier live bands out there to date. And their shows are so much different every single time, and that's why they're afforded the ability to release different live albums and have, their audience wants them because they are captured these electric performances that are just so amazing. So, yeah, usually you figure one live album, maybe two, for an artist is enough. I think this now is like, there's 4. There's Okanokos, there's MMJ Live Volume 1, 2015, there's 2021 Chicago, and now this one, 2004 Bonnaroo. But anyway, you just, fantastic stuff. So that is my pick, and I encourage you, do yourself a favor. It's just fantastic. And there's a nice picture on the back of how it was. Okay, so now I have the short stack of some of the other stuff for you. These are 50th anniversary editions of Alice Cooper. This is Killer, expanded and remastered. Now this is over 3 LPs now. They've expanded it that far. It's on Rhino Warner Records, and The original album remastered, plus a previously unreleased live 1972 show and unreleased alternate tracks and a recreation of the calendar that was original when it first came out is included in this packaging. So there's that one. And there's also the School's Out, which is also expanded and remastered over 3 LPs. 50th anniversary edition, original album, remastered, and a previously unreleased live 1972 show and studio extras. Now, it also pays homage to the original packaging, including the legendary included panties that were from the original, and I think also the fold-out disc. But anyway, this time those panties are non-flammable. I guess there was some trouble with them on the first time around in the original pressing. So they've done it again, but this time they're non-flammable. Okay. And then we have, this is Christine and the Queens, and this is Paranoia Angels, True Love, and this is on Because Music. Now, this is the highly anticipated 4th full-length album. It includes To Be Honest and guest appearances from Madonna and 070 Shake. It's about grief and sex and fear and hope and Madonna. She pops up on several tracks in a voiceover known as an omnipotent angel-esque presence known as Big I. The whole thing is potent and poetic, and it's on 180-gram heavyweight vinyl, and it's 9 new songs. Anyway, if you buy this, we've got the tote bag too, and this is a nice canvas bag, and it just it says Paranoia Angels and True Love. So there you go, if you come in for Christine and the Queens. All right. Next up, this is Death Cab for Cutie, Asphalt Meadows Acoustic, and this is on Barsuk Records. And Death Cab went back into the studio in December of 2022 with the goal of reinterpreting their latest record, Asphalt Meadows, with the most minimal arrangements possible and presenting the songs in their rawest and most intimate forms. So now they're proud to announce that the acoustic version of Asphalt Meadows is released here, and the album also includes one of the band's favorite songs, The Plan, by the band Low, as a tribute to the late amazingly talented Mimi Parker. So that's a real nice thing in addition to that too. Okay, then we have, this is by the band Extreme. It's called Six, and this is on the Ear Music label. So Extreme returned in 2023 with their brand new studio album here, Six. And the multi-million selling hard rockers present 12 tracks ranging from funk-tinged bangers to soaring ballads that only Extreme can deliver. Spearheaded by the songwriting team of vocalist Gary Sharon and guitarist Nuno Betancourt, who they had chart toppers with More Than Words and Wholehearted. So Six is an essential addition to Extreme's discography. The album opener and first single, Rise, immediately fire up legions of anxious fans with its signature riff. Elsewhere, Other Side of the Rainbow showcases Extreme's gift for passionate acoustic magic. And it's on marbled red and black vinyl. It's a 2 LP and a gatefold sleeve. So that's here for us. Then this is Eartha Kitt, Bad But Beautiful. This is the Verve by Request series that they've been doing on the Verve label. Kitt's in excellent form on this never-before reissued 1962 album, swinging her way through Billy May arrangements on classics like Love for Sale and Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Verve by Request series, it features 180-gram vinyl, and it's pressed at Third Man in Detroit. Third Man, if you don't know, is Jack White's pressing plant there in Detroit. Okay, now we have the great Jenny Lewis, and this is called Joy Y'all, and this is on Blue Note, and Jenny Lewis's 5th solo album. It finds the singer-songwriter embarking on a new era in a new town and on a new label, and she joins the iconic roster of Blue Note Capitol Records, while Joy Y'all pulls from a bounty of sonic inspiration from classic soul to 90s R&B. From country legends to Jenny's singer-songwriter peers, the album is really rich and intimate and warm. The live sound is the hallmark of 8-time Grammy-winning producer Dave Cobb. Joy Y'all was recorded in Nashville's historic RCA Studio A And indie exclusive here is on green vinyl, and it does tell you that on there. And we also did bring it in on cassette and on CD for you, okay? So yeah, Jenny Lewis, we love her. And that's pretty cool. And I also like the pictures on the back. It's pretty great as well. Okay, then we have Janelle Monae, and this is The Age of Pleasure, and this is on Warner. On her fourth studio album, Age of Pleasure, she experiments with a new role, that of her own fine self, alive in a body and eager to feel as much as she can. And this allows her to put aside the highly dramatic expressiveness to which she's not really suited, and instead dwell in that kind of liquid experience of suggestiveness and seduction, where gestures speak louder than words. So Monae still seems to resist intense emotions. Heartache, for example, it doesn't surface anywhere. And here instead, she and the Wonderland crew offer an alternative to all that. It's a dream of a better world. So there you go, Janelle Monae. All right, and then we have Tears for Fears, The Hurting. This is half speed mastered, and it's on the Mercury label. Now, this was their debut album, The Hurting, and it was originally released in 1983, and it topped the UK albums chart in its second week of release. It reached platinum status in January of 1985 and contains 3 top 5 singles, Mad World, Change, and Pale Shelter. So here it's celebrating the 40th anniversary. This LP has been remastered at Abbey Road Studios by engineer Miles Showell and cut at half speed on 180 gram vinyl for superior quality. All right, and then we have Young Gravy. This is called Marvelous, and this is on the Republic label. Now, maintaining unbelievable momentum in 2002 on a stratospheric superstar ascent, the multi-platinum hip-hop phenomenon. Young Gravy brings here his third studio album called Marvelous. It features the RIAA gold-certified single Betty Get Money, which is a reimagined version of Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. So for this album, he wrote and recorded on the road in LA, working with the usual suspects, Pop, Nick, and DeWilly. And he emphasized the incorporation of live instrumentation into the production. Okay, so this comes 2 ways. One is just the regular, but there's also another version on bone-colored vinyl that is the direct-to-consumer. Now, usually what that means is that sometimes you'll see an artist selling vinyl at their shows, and that is like direct to the consumer, and it's usually colored vinyl. And yeah, so that one, I believe it's supposed to be on bone-colored vinyl, or if I'm wrong, it's the regular one on bone and the direct-to-consumer is maybe a surprise. Gosh, you know what? I'm not sure. But I know there's a bone-colored vinyl in there somewhere. I think maybe this one is bone-colored vinyl, even though it doesn't say that on it. And I think that the direct-to-consumer one is a surprise because we just don't know what color that one is. I hope I'm right with that. I'm sorry. It's just been a long day and a long week. So looking forward to the weekend. I hope you all are too. And like I said, the full list will be down below with prices. I think there's like 50 titles on there this week. And anyway, so yes, that is it. I hope you guys have a great Friday and then going into a great weekend. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.